Hello ladies and gents, it's your guy Lord Walid. I hope you guys are doing great. I'd like to give before that a shout out to a new sub, even though you didn't show up on the notification. If you aren't subscribed already, what are you waiting for? Subscribe today. And knowing today is a continuation to request week, this one is for you, Milos. I believe you asked me out of it. When am I gonna do the noseman era? Sucks. It's gonna be today. As a continuation to request week. As for those of you that asked me about Dragon Ball Z Legendary Super Warriors, I'll redo the Buu arc due to the bug I had previously. So without any further ado, let's get started. Reason why the Noseman era, the levesque era, the levesque, the mediocrity era sucks ass. Reason number one, declining viewership constantly. Constantly staying between a lane of abysmal failures, yet you'll have marks saying, oh, the product is the best it's ever been, da 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 da. People like, let's say, some idiots saying, oh, Rhea are bigger draws than Brock Lesnar and Goldberg, yeah, blah blah blah. Listen here, you dummies. Brock Lesnar was a star when it mattered, same as Goldberg. Goldberg was a star when it actually mattered, not in an era where standards are extremely low, to the point you have a mediocrity like Kevin Owens, who offers you absolutely fuck all, mind you, yet is still on the roster getting paid the extravagant amount of money, much like Sami Zayn, Johnny Gargano and all, which will be in the payment structure reason. Reason number two why this era is absolute trash. Logos everywhere and adds up the ass. Which it really shows how pathetic and how unsuccessful the business model that Endeavor does. Unlike the Vince McMahon model, which was leagues above this, and which is why Vince McMahon never chose that model, because he's smart. It's not about being greedy and all. It was about being smart and a longevity to survive. You have to think about your audience. Not be greedy to the point of pimping your talent and still like, oh, we're still in debt, we're still in debt, we're still in debt. How come you're prostituting yourself all the time, yet you're still in debt? Gee, either you're stupid or you're incompetence in finance. Now we'll get to reason number three why this era is absolute trash. Mediocrity is getting pushed while talented people are being left a job. Prime example of mediocrity is being pushed. You have people like Jey Uso, who's getting pushed while someone like an LA Knight is doing the job. You have people like Cody Rhodes being a champion, while people like Randy Orton or Drew McIntyre are left to do absolutely fuck all. I know what you're gonna say. Those people are over 40. Yes, but at least the people I mentioned like LA Knight, Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton are actual stars. People like Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso are garbage cans. Mediocrities. Same as a flimsy one who's getting another title shot after he lost countless of those, mind you. Constantly in the title shot. Makes me wonder. Now we'll get to reason number four, which actually infuriates me when I think about it. The abysmal John Cena retirement tour booking. How it's booked and how it's been treated. My God, don't even get me started. And you know exactly how I feel because John Cena is my favorite, so you know I'm very frustrated about it. How can you ruin someone that help your company sustain through times after major losses? I know at least it was able to sustain between the 4 or 5 million viewers. And the good thing, I'll give praise to Cena, as I've always have, is that at least he has the humility and the decency to understand his limits and acknowledge them. You won't see him sucking himself off like a Cody Rhodes or a CM Punk would do, being like delusional, suffering from delusions of grandeur like those two, or like Noseman would. You'll see Cena being humble and doing his job properly like a professional would. Same thing as someone like The Miz, etc., etc. Reason number five, which correlates with reason number four, the stupid booking of John Cena's heel turn. Yes, you have one segment that was actually decent, and after that, making him look ridiculous as if he would be affected by those fans, those beards, even though John Cena knows how hypocritical those fans are today. Sadly, not the cool ones that were there in 2002 and before. Reason number 6 why this era is absolute trash. Noseman hogging all the glory. Stephanie, congratulations. Everywhere you see Noseman. No, Noseman, maybe next time we're gonna take a shit. We're gonna see you pop out of the toilet. How about that? Gee. Makes me wonder, are you that much of a glory hog and petty insecure dummy? I think so. No, it's not about me. No, not everything is about you. You're not the world's center, Noseman. Reason number 7. No new stars being developed. Which proves that NXT Black and Gold was an absolute failure because all it did is bring a bunch of people that were beaten and battered on the indies, keeping them the same way as they were, not learning absolutely fuck all, mind you. Prime examples would be Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, Seth Rollins, blah 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 blah. And you guessed it, all that list of mediocrities. And all those people now are getting to hog all the glory when you have some people that actually have talent, like let's say you could have brought like an Ethan Page, you could have brought Ricky Starks from AEW on the main roster, you could have brought them in. But no, what he'll do is he'll bring Penta and Rey Fenix who offer you absolute fuck all, mind you, while you have people like Ethan Page and Ricky being left to fester. Same for like a Trick Williams, Oba Femi. People like, let's say, who has actually something, Carmelo Hayes, who should be at least a mid-card or something. No, he's being booked like a jobber. Braun Baker, 50-50, wins and losses, even though he should be on a winning streak. Austin Theory, who should be on a winning streak. No, I wonder if he's even there in the company. But no, all of that for in favor for people like Jey Uso, Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, and all those other people that don't deserve to be hogging the spotlights. Reason number 8, I believe. The Netflix deal, which was bound to be a failure from the start. If you had SmackDown, who got demoted from USA, as if Raw with Netflix, blah 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 blah. Look at your attendance. Even though nowadays you'll notice lots of tarps and buying like 70% of the capacity of that venue and getting closer to it, bragging, "Hey, sell out." Like, let's say you buy that venue and you buy the whole venue. That's a sellout. Thank you. Reason number 10 why this era is absolute trash. The payment structure. What really boggles my mind is that you see people like, let's say, in LA Knights being lowballed, or like, as an example, someone like Liv Morgan, Bianca Belair, people that actually have something there, being lowballed, while you see mediocrities like Seth Rollins, Johnny Gargano, getting very well paid, Cody Rhodes, Gunther, even though they don't draw shit. Make it make sense. Reason number 11. Illogical booking. A booking that has no rhyme or reason, no follow through, no coherency. But no, there it is. Stupid idiots. Reason number 12 why this era is absolute trash. Friendship and betrayal up the ass. Because you'll notice the algorithm that that big nose cretin goes by is nothing more than a combination of friendship and betrayal, pop and flop, come back and fart into the wind, bury actual star, push mediocrities. It's a primitive algorithm and rinse and repeat formula. That's all that big nose idiot knows how to do. And he'll use the same ideas for AI, and yet he'll say, or like you'll have people say, AI's booking is absolutely absurd, blah, 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 blah. No, my man the original, shout out to you, brother, he did a booking using ChatGPT. Sure, it wasn't as great, but it was leagues above what Noseman ever would come up with. Shout out to you, brother. Reason number 13, the pop and flop formula. Oh, he does a moment, it gets a pop and blah blah blah. And after that, what comes? Ding 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 ding, you guessed it. A flop. Much like a sinking ship. Thank you. Reason number 14 why this era is absolute trash. The disrespect of Hulk Hogan. You have fans booing Hogan when he came back on the first episode of Raw, I believe earlier this year. God rest his soul. And you have people during his death not even showing respect to the guy. Even though if it wasn't for him, you guys wouldn't be making the money you're making. If it wasn't for him and Vincent Kennedy McMahon for making that business being successful as it was. Ungrateful cretins. No, these are things that I hate. Ungrateful people and hypocrites. And people that would bite the hand that feed them. Those are people that I absolutely despise more than anything in life. Reason number 15. Ruining the Vince guides and similar archetypes of people. Because you'll see what Noseman does. I'll give you a few examples of the missed opportunities. Karrion Kross was a missed opportunity. LA Knight, a missed opportunity. Bobby Lashley, when he was around, a missed opportunity. Even Edge, John Cena, Randy Orton, Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, Drew McIntyre. Even like, let's say, someone else that you could have used to capitalize from. The Miz, who's been there for long enough and blah blah blah, who is leagues above Cody Rhodes or Jey Uso and way more deserving than those two cretins, mind you. But no. Or like use someone young like an Austin Theory, Braun Breaker, or Logan Paul. No. You don't use them in order to capitalize from it. You book them on 50-50 losing streak and win-loss streak in order to establish absolutely nothing. But no. You'll get your mediocrities being like on the jobbing streak. Once every cycle, oh, they get a win. We're supposed to believe something else. Idiot. Reason number 16. No entertaining segments at all. Because if you see the segments and the promos and all, you'll be like, geez, even us as fans would do a way better job than those cretins. How the hell are they still employed? And getting all this money? Gee, I wonder, if we had that amount of money, we would do way better than those fools ever would. Reason number 17. Long, boring matches. You'll have matches that will go for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever, that will bore you to death and will make you change the channel. Now we'll get to reason number 18. Countless injuries, and you have all those wrestlers being proud to show you, oh, we got injured. Gee, you get injured, you take care of yourself. You don't need to be that much of a vain person. Yeah, take care of yourself. Get back in shape and do your work and blah blah blah. And that's about it. You don't have to be that much of a vain person and such a stupid one, mind you. Reason number 19, the final reason, my favorite. Bringing back CM Punk and giving him a huge extravagant amount of money. And what are you getting out of it? Oh, a flimsy meth head? Cult of sensitivity is what you're getting out of it? Oh, he hasn't gotten injured. God knows why. Probably on TRT or something. Probably. And you have someone who constantly hangs around the females, yet people will find it, oh, it's okay, they're just friends. Gee, he's a married man. When you are married, you do your job, you leave, that's about it. Unless you are a degenerate, and your wife is an even more degenerate for allowing open relationships, which are a sign of beta males and cucks. If you do those things, you're insane, you're a depraved person. Much like people were defending like the Rhea stuff and all and Punk and saying, oh, it's okay, they're just friends. And people, when guys like me and Rami were exposing this, no, you don't have friends and all. No, we do, but they don't do shit like this. If, let's say, I'd ask any friend of mine, if he saw someone hanging around his wife, he would obviously do something about it. He wouldn't just like be, oh, no, it's okay, they're just friends, blah, 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 blah. No, any functioning man would see someone else, if that man were to see someone else, hanging around his wife, he'd be like, dude, she's a married woman, beat it. He doesn't want to answer. It is what it is. Now we'll get to the bonus reasons. The rinse and repeat formula. Same rematches, under different permutations, yet you're supposed to expect something new. Make it make sense. Another bonus reason, which proves that his NXT black and gold schmucks are absolute failures. You have outsiders being better than his flunkies. A prime example, as I've said many times. You have people like Logan Paul, mind you. You have like a Jelly Roll, Pat McAfee, anyone, like let's say even fans, if they were to come out, they would do a way better job. That means that black and gold was an absolute failure. Thank you. Reason number 14. Comebacks and no capitalization from them. You have examples, as I previously said, Trish Stratus, Brock Lesnar, and so on and so forth. Reason number 15. Bonus reason number 4. Bringing back AJ Lee, as if you don't have enough degenerates on that roster, bring another one, mind you. Spread all degeneracy and debauchery while you're at it. Stupid idiots. Bonus reason number 5. Unprofessional commentators. Prime example would be Michael Hogue and British Mark Wade Barrett, showing their bias and their unprofessionalism and acting like dorks, something that would have never happened under Vince and Kennedy McMahon. Now we'll get to another favorite of mine, why this era is absolute trash. Incompetent managers. Yet those incompetents show their bias behaviors. And you guessed it, those would be Ava, The Rock's daughter, who's an abysmal failure who shouldn't even be allowed to hold a job, let alone keep one. An incompetent like Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce, thank you. Bonus reason number 7. The flagrant lies being told. Prime example would be the gaslight about Cody Rhodes, even though, if you look at him in all objectivity, you'll notice he's the same guy he's always been 10 to 15 years ago. Now all of a sudden he has a blonde hair, ridiculous neck tattoo, wears a flamboyant suit. Now you're supposed to believe, oh, he's someone new. No, he's only smoke and mirrors like he's always been most of his career. Thank you. Same thing as Flimsy Phil, the lies as if he's nice and blah 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 blah. He's the same prima donna he's always been. Get it through your heads. Another reason, another favorite of mine, especially this one. The Unreal Show. It only exposes what has been evident since day one. That Fraud Levesque is an absolute incompetent as a booker, and his flunkies are nothing more than a bunch of yes men and ass kissers, and those talents suck ass. And the ones that actually have something there, they're being jobbed out, while mediocrities or ass kissers are getting pushes. Hypocrisy is at its peak in this era. You'll have people, prime example, as I've said it, like Rhea, acting all... Yes, hypocrisy at its finest. Yes. You have people like Rhea and all, saying blah 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 blah, doing things to attract a certain fan base of degenerates, yet will complain when those people that she attracted will act the way they do. Hear me out. I know. Being harassed and blah blah blah. People deal with it like pros. Yet those whiny crybabies, whether it could be her, CM Punk, etc., etc., instead of acting like professionals, no, they'll whine on social media like the sissies that they are. Which is a sign of hypocrisy. Do you see people like The Rock, John Cena acting the way they do? No. They deal with it like professionals, and that's about it. Hats off to you, Dwayne, and hats off to you, John. Reason number 10, another favorite of mine. The retarded marks being pandered to. Oh, you have like the marks being pandered to as an example. Those people are the same ones who will call you a pervert, a degenerate, or whatever. If you like women who actually look like women, prime example would be a Trish Stratus, Lita, Tori Wilson, Stacy Keibler, or as of today's standards, like let's say Lacey Evans a few years ago, Mandy Rose, who else? like a JC Jane, a Fallon Henley, Gigi Dolan, Jasmine Nix, etc., and all the divas from back then, you'd be considered a pervert. Yet when they seem for 3s out of 10s, like Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, Stephanie Jobert, Sasha Skanks, Tony Soprano with a Karen haircut, aka Bailey, no, got ass. No, this is the same, and you're only proving how retarded you marks are, and you people shouldn't be pandered to. You should be stuffed in lockers, or should not even be listened to at all, or looked at at all. Final reason why this era is absolute trash. What you're seeing is nothing more, like my guy CWRP said it, shout out to you NCJC, and much love to you too, brothers. God bless you. It's nothing more than black and gold on a main roster. The same formula that black and gold. You had like a... Thank God I didn't watch that abysmal crap. I remember my friend telling me about people like Johnny Gargano and all. When I saw them, get this fucker off my TV. This guy's trash. I'd put a baby diaper with him and a tutu, and it will be believable as a baby. Or whatever. Because you're seeing nothing more than the same people being used again and again. I know what some people are gonna say, but wait, the same people were used under Vince McMahon. I know, but here's the difference, mind you, my lad. The people used under Vincent Kennedy McMahon were competent people and were professionals. They were able to sustain, not break like the ones that Noseman favors. And that could have gone with many reasons, but I wanted to make this video not too long, mind you, and pretty decent size. So you don't have to do in the fucking match. So that's about it. If you'd like me to do another part of this era why it's trash, let me know in the comment section or on my Twitter feed. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to give it likes, comment, share, and subscribe. Then if you aren't subscribed already, subscribe today. This is your day to join yours truly, and you'll be given a shout out as a request. Thank you. So with that being said, I'll see you next time. Peace out.